In our last video, we talked about the changes that the Secure Act made to RMDs and QCDs. We also mentioned that there are some new changes to IRA contributions as well. Now we'll be diving into how IRA contributions change the math around qualified charitable distributions. So feel free to come into the details with us, or if it's too much math, just skip to the next video, which is about how to increase qualified charitable distributions at your nonprofit organization. The Secure Act removed the age cap on IRA contributions. So in 2019, a donor, in most cases, could contribute up until the age of 70.5. Starting in 2020, there's no age cap at all, and a donor may contribute as long as he or she lives. So first, let's walk through a simple example. We've got a 72-year-old donor in 2020. She makes a contribution to her IRA of $5,000. She wants to make a donation out of this IRA of $10,000. So what happens here is that $5,000 of this count as a QCD, and $5,000 counts as a tax-deductible contribution. Why is that the case? What the government says in the Secure Act is that you can't make an IRA contribution and then immediately turn it into a QCD. So instead, half of this will count as a QCD, and then half will count as a tax-deductible contribution, which increases deductions while the QCD lowers income overall. So now let's walk through a more complicated example. Let's say a donor makes a $5K contribution to her IRA in 2020 and a $0 donation, no donation at all in 2020. Then in 2021, she's making a $5K contribution again, and let's say at this point, she makes a $12K donation to a charity. In this case, only $2,000 counts as a QCD, and $10,000 counts as a tax-deductible gift. Why is that the case? Because the government is saying after 70.5, any IRA contribution counts against the initial QCD. So this $10,000 combined will be subtracted from the $12,000. $10,000 of that gift will just be a simple tax-deductible gift, whereas $2,000 will be a QCD. Let's take it one step further, and we go to 2022, and let's say we're done contributing to our IRA here, but we're going to make another $12,000 contribution. Now at this point, this entire $12,000 is a QCD. We've already used up these two gifts, and we're back to full QCD mode. So what does all this mean? Well, as more contributions happen, we'll see larger IRAs, larger RMDs, and larger QCDs. So these gifts will become more and more important. It is also important to remember that very few people will be making contributions to their IRAs after 70.5. They're no longer working, and this is a very new process. So I wouldn't get too worried about this, but it is important to know. Feel free to read more in our 2020 QCD report.